Alright, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hakudash. I want to give double honors to our apostles and elders up in Great Millstone who rule well and taught us His truth. And a sincere peace and salutations to all the Aki and pushing this word in truth and in all sincerity. Brother GANAN from DC Church coming back at you with a quick video. Those will be quick. As you can see, the title is Testimonies Strengthen Faith. Testimonies strengthen faith. And, those can be a easy way to get out your epistles. Stay active in the spirit, because it strengthens brothers' faith. And we're coming in the times of the end. You're seeing First Timothy's third chapter talks about, or Second Timothy the third chapter, where it says, "For men shall become lovers of their own selves," and this is when it's perilous times. We're living in dangerous times. That's why you see all these other camps. Their actions and their attitudes, and looking at the times. War, the time of war, the time of famine. With hell of reports on fake fruit, Whole Foods is under fire. All of this stuff, man. We're in a time where brothers' faith have to be strengthened to make it in this fight, in this walk that we're fighting. I got a precept real quick. This is Matthew 5:16. It says, let your lights shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven." And the testimonies is a way of letting your light shine. Because a testimony is ultimately showing what? The deliverance of the Most High delivering you out of a situation, or you going through a situation and learning from it. The chastisements of the Most High, and showing how you make it through. And it's a faith booster. And that's why it's important also to get into these scriptures where it says, "Blessed is he that readeth." And then where it says, "All thy getting, get understanding." Once you read and you get your understanding, your faith is going to be strengthened through the testimonies. This is Romans 15 verse 4. Romans 15 verse 4, it says, "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope." Comfort of the scriptures, those comforts is those stories and those examples of the Most High delivering his men. How we'll go through situations, considering Job. If thou consider thy servant Job, looking at these stories and seeing how the Most High, he'll allow certain things to happen, but he'll never leave you. He'll always protect you, and never test you beyond your measure. And at the end of the day, he always come for his men. So if you're one of the sincere and you change your life, don't worry. Don't worry about what you're going through. Because the Most High, Yahweh Shema Shai, is going to deliver you. He put his word above his name. Got another precept I'm looking for. This is First Maccabees 2, verse 50. It says, "Now therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law, and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers." Now this is when Mattathias is about to die. He gathered his sons, Judas Maccabee, and the rest of his sons. And this is his message. He said, "Now therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law, and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers. Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time, so shall ye receive great honor in the everlasting name. Was not Abraham found faithful in temptation, and was imputed unto him for righteousness? Joseph in the time of his distress kept the commandments, and was made Lord of Egypt." And that's a beautiful story, man. And us brothers down here in DC, the elder Shamar Moff, he taught us this, over 8 years ago. Like, not taught us, but we went over this story, and it's beautiful, the testimony, because Joseph could have easily been like, why me? You know, he could have easily folded. You know, it said Abraham. He could have easily like, man, the son that, you know, with the wife that I always wanted to have a son with. You know, why me? You know, and but they endured it. They endured it, and at the end, they became faithful. So when you go through your situations, you know, and it may seem tough at the time, you know, and you got prayer requests throughout all the chats, and brothers across the globe is praying for you, and you like, damn, why you in these situations? You call to remembrance these stories. You know, you call to remembrance the stories of Abraham. You call to the remembrance the stories of Joseph. You know, and then at the end, there's that understanding. You know, where it says, "With all thy getting, get understanding." You know, they had that understanding. They passed it on to you so that you may get that learning. You know, there's another discussion that went down in this region because can you learn from another man's mistakes, um, or do you have to go through it? And the answer is both. You know, you can learn from another man's mistakes, but the greatest lesson that you're going to get is actually going through it. You know, so when you're going and you're reading these testimonies, you know, it's strengthening your faith so that you may overcome whatever you have to go through. All right. Just a little more. It says, Phinehas, our father, and being zealous and fervent, obtained the covenant of an everlasting priesthood. Yahushua for fulfilling the word. The word was made a judge in Israel. Caleb for bearing witness before the congregation received the heritage of the land. David for being merciful possessed the throne of an everlasting kingdom. Elias for being zealous and fervent for the law and being taken up into heaven. Ananias, Azariah, and Mishael by believing were saved out of the flame. Daniel for his innocency was delivered from the mouth of lions, you know, and so on and so on. And these are the stories that Mattathias recounted. And at that time, they going through where Alexander the Four, you know, that time period where they was trying to have everyone go up under their rule. But Mattathias said, as for me and my house, we gonna serve the Lord. And when he was dying, this is what he was telling his sons. You know, he was recounting those stories, and that's what made him, you know, become Mattathias that we know today, a stand-up individual, a man of integrity. You know, he was able to overcome his trial and was able to die peacefully as an honorable man because his faith was there. His faith was strong enough, you know. And what did he do as he was dying? He recounted the stories, the testimonies, right? Um, where I'm going? Oh yeah, brothers know my favorite chapter. The Sirach 2, verse 10. Come. Sirach 2 and 10, it says, look at the generations of old and see did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken, or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? And these are his records, you know. These are his records of other men's testimonies. That's why the first verse I brought out was to let your light shine amongst others so that they may glorify your Father which is in heaven. You know, it's through the testimonies, you know, and that's an easy epistle that you can put out there. Is your testimonies, your even no matter how small or big it is, man. You know, once you gather that understanding, then you put out your testimony, and brothers' faiths can be strengthened based off of that. You know, you got a lot of times where, and it's gonna be like that sometimes, where brothers go through things, but they don't really want to you know, disclose it. They're secretive. They're private. You know, it, your testimony can strengthen that next man. That what you are going through Maybe other brothers are going through and they getting fucked up in the spirit, but you handling it, with with grace, so to speak. You know, you're handling it. You have a stronger level of faith than the next man, and your epistles, your stories may get that man over the hump. So it's just important to throw out your testimonies and remember it strengthens the faith of the elect, and that's another way that you're feeding the elect. When Yahweh Shah said, "If you love me, feed my sheep, feed my flock," that's another way that you're doing it. It's through your testimonies. So just something just to keep in mind. Whomever this video may be for, let them receive it. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Al Shah. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Hakudash, and double honors to our apostles and elders of the great millstone. Shalom.